Hi there, welcome to the studio. My name is Rob Green, FSW, Refrigeration Product and Training Manager. And in this little video, I wanted to show you the new value VFT 808E eccentric flaring tool. This one, the old 808, it's been our bread and butter flare tool for maybe 15 years. Superb piece of kit for the money. Some slight differences between the new one. The E model is, the flare block is the same, but what she has now is this little pipe depth gauge, so takes the guesswork out of it. To be fair with you, it does make life a little bit easier, but with the old ones, or with like any flare block, you just get used to putting the pipe through at the right size. But this is great for, you know, for beginners and trainees or whatever, or just to take the guesswork out of it. So it does make it a little bit easier. Now, instead of having the fixed head on you, as this one is, okay, so you've got the turn handle and you keep turning it down until till the clutch goes off. You know you've got the right pressure on the flare, it releases, and then you wind it back up. So it can be a little bit more cumbersome on the wrist. So what Value have done now is they've made this both manual and battery operated. So this, the top can come off, whereas on this one it's fixed, okay? And then you can use this on the side to tighten up the block clamp as well, okay? So that fits in there, okay? So let's do a flare with the new one and see what the difference is using a battery drill, okay? So what this is on here, it basically pushes into the end and then you just spin it up, okay? This is a standard battery bit. Let's get the close-up camera. Is that going to focus? Yeah. So you get that onto there. This is a standard bit. So whether you use it this way round or whether you use the flat end, it makes no difference. All you need is that quarter drive shaft on there, okay? Come on, tighten up. What I suggest you do if you're using the drill is to use it on the on number one, because if you have it on number two on fast speed, you can really jam your hands and take it over and twist your wrist over, okay? It's quite powerful, so try and control the speed at which you drive the drill into the flare kit. So okay, so let's back that off. Let's take some 5/8 pipe, okay, so I'm going to push that into there. So if you push the top over now, over the top of the pipe, and then just push it till it touches, don't force it, okay, because there is flex in these. Give that a squeeze, okay, till you close the clamp, as you would with this or any other. This then clicks along, and on here, you've got the little indentations where the ball bearing sits in and clicks in. So you push that up, move the gauge stop out of the way, you're dead opposite it. So what you must remember to do then is physically tighten this up, okay? So you can do this with the drill, okay? Let's see how this works. Okay, you can feel that's quite tight, so you'd have to set up the torque settings on it. There's a danger it's going to wrap your wrist, okay? On this one now, all we've got to do, now we've got that tightened, is rather than use the manual handle on the top and wind it down, you can now put the battery in. What I suggest you do is make sure you get a comfortable grip on the actual flare block, okay? That's again, this is on number one on the DeWalt drill. Don't need to go fast. You can feel it, you can feel the clutch on the actual tool go in. You're it? Done. Reverse the drill. Okay. Then again, you can use this to undo it. And that will just spin right out if you're not careful. Obviously, slide that to the back, open up the block, take out your pipe. We'll check it against the flare nut with a flare nut on it, and there you go. Perfect flare. As long as that pipe can turn, you know that flare nut's not too big. So yeah, so really quick and easy way, and you get better with it as well. I mean, I've scored that with the reamer when I've done it, so you need to be careful you don't do that, okay? Maybe use a different style of reamer or whatever. But let's try another one. Let's do it with the old model, okay? So let's, I've got a bit of pipe, yeah. So that's been reamed both sides. So again, same thing with this one, is that pull it to the back, open up the block, push it into the 5/8. But with this one, I've got to guess basically how much I need it past the top of the flare block. Okay, so you need to put a little bit more pipe above the actual 45-degree angle that you're going to compress into. Okay, so let's take that up just a fraction more. Okay, give it a squeeze. Okay, there. Slide this over till you're opposite. Clamp, because you want to close that gap up in there. And then with this, you don't have the beauty of the drill bit. So, but as you can see, you wind it, gets quite firm, and then all of a sudden, you'll hear a click. Come on, there we go. So it's clicked. Okay, so then you've got to rewind it to reset the clutch. Okay, open the jaw up, take the pipe out. This one looks a little bit big, to be honest with you. Put it in. No, absolutely perfect like the other one. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so nice little overview of the original VFT 808 from Value and the new VFT 808E eccentric flare blocks. One of the things I did notice, apart from having the obvious on here, which is the different having the flare stop on the block, so the block is roughly the same weight, okay, but it's the actual tool itself. This is almost feather light. It's quite incredible really just how light it is. Okay, so yeah, there we go. All you need is a battery drill, and these are still competitively priced for both of these models. This one obviously a little bit more expensive with the extra technology, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little video on the Value VFT 808E and the original 808. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye bye now.